Welcome to the 7 Deadly Spotlight, guys. I hope you are having a great day. My name is Fuante. For today's character spotlight, we're going to be talking about the Vitality Elizabeth that you get from simply playing the game. Her first ability, Super Low Illusion, inflict 180% damage to a single enemy and reduces defense by 20% for one turn. Second stage of this ability, same damage, but 30% defense reduction for one turn. Third stage of this ability is 300% damage and reduces the defense by 40% for 2 turns. Her second ability, Super Hawk Illusion, inflict 100% damage to all enemies and apply penetration. For those of you who are not familiar with what penetration is, it is a built-in mechanic. It is not a buff nor debuff. Second stage of this ability, inflict 150% damage to all enemies. Third stage of this ability, inflict 250% damage to all enemies. Elizabeth's ultimate, Final Pork Stomping, cleanse the stance of a single enemy and deal 700% damage. For those of you who are not familiar with what cleanse is, it cleanses an active skill. So stances, for instance, like Meliodas' full counter, it strips that. Any active that is something that is either hindering your character from attacking other characters or that will be punished for attacking a character, cleanse strips that. Elizabeth's passive, Bar Mascot, increases all allies' recovery skills by 10% in all battles except for PvP and extermination. Now that right there is already telling you, do not use this character in PvP, do not use this character when you are fighting demons, and that is what I have been doing, not using her like that. So therefore she has stayed in her base form. Now talking about what type of gear you can put on her, honestly, to get the most out of her, I'd say you want to run with a Vampirism and attack set Vampirism so she heals off of that Super Hawk Illusion, since it is indeed an AoE damaging ability that also has that penetration on it. Other types of gear sets that you could be rocking on her, I do not recommend that you build her in a supportive way. It will not work out too well. But if you are trying to only use her for her Super Low Illusion, you might as well not even use this unit if you're going to be building her in a supportive way, because she is like an off DPS, or she can be considered a main DPS depending on who is running in your team. So building her in a supportive way is not really the best of options. You would want to build her in a more offensive way with attack, crit hit chance, crit damage, or with Vampirism. I do not recommend crit at all because she is more of a raw DPS than she is a critical hitter. Her critical rate is only 16%, so building her with critical rate would honestly just be pointless in my opinion, unless your substats all go into crit hit. Now I know I did this a little bit out of order, but talking about what character she has synergy with, now since she is a single target defense reducer, I'd say pairing her with single target nukers is the best option that you have here. Now for units that you have that are single target nukers that you can pair with her, I'd say Dreyfus, which is Hendrickson's friend, and Hendrickson as well. Hendrickson is a nice single target DPS. Another single target DPS that will pair well with this Elizabeth is the Vitality Meliodas. Now if you guys do not know who the Vitality Meliodas is, it is the green one that everybody is hype about, the one that shoots out pretty much, I guess you could say, his demon flames for his first ability. Now other DPS that she could work with is also Speed Slater. Speed Slater is a very hard hitting single target DPS. Another single target DPS that she actually works really well with is Jericho in her Vitality form. Now Jericho, she has weakness and bleed. Now for those of you who do not know what weakness is, it is to deal 3 times as much damage to targets with debuffs. So pairing characters that have weakness built into their kit is really good if they are single target DPS. The other reason I say Jericho is because she also applies bleed, and bleed inflicts 80% additional damage done at each turn, or at the end of each turn. Now overall, what do I think about this unit? Honestly, I really do feel like she's more meant for PvE than the PvP. Well, who are we kidding? We know that she's not supposed to be used in PvP. It literally says so in her passive, but if you choose to use her there, then anyway, back to the main topic. This character is mainly used for PvE content. I think she is honestly very versatile. she has much use and can honestly dominate the field if she is used correctly. Now, the only reason I am not using her is because I already have the Strength Diane, the Strength SSR Diane. Now, she does something similar to what she does, except she does that and more. Not only does she defense break, but she also prevents people from attacking. Now, that is only with the first skill card, but I will go into later detail when I cover her. The other reason I use this Strength Diane over her is simply because she also dealt more single target DPS. Now, not only was Strength Diane a single target defense reducer, but she also was a single target DPS, which led me to use her more than I used this Elizabeth. And I also had gotten King and Bond, so overall this Elizabeth just started collecting dust. I did mean to use her at later stages, but I just completely forgot about her and just didn't use her. But if you guys using her in different ways, let me know. I will be sure to read all of those. And I really do hope that this video helped you guys out, and if it did, hope you guys come back for more. And I hope that I helped you have a great day. My name is Fuante. Peace.